Hi, it's Maggie the Irish Gypsy here to bring you your April 2023 mid-month general reading. So we're looking at the last half of April, and this reading is for the twins, the air sign of Gemini. Welcome everyone. I hope you're all doing well. Thanks for being here, for watching these videos. Those of you who like, share, and subscribe, a big shout out to you as well. It all helps. So, Gemini, last half of April 2023 for you if your sun, moon, rising, or Venus sign is in Gemini. If you're cross-watching for a Gemini, it's also relevant. It's a general reading, so of course it'll resonate a little differently for everyone, which is why we always advise you, if you know any or all of your other signs, sun, moon, rising, Venus, watch those videos as well, because additional insight, additional perspective can kind of help maybe guide you or give you some food for thought for what's going on in your personal life. Now, if you find that something does resonate with you, whether it's the reading itself or the style of the reading, and you'd like to reach out, take a deeper look at something, inquire about readings, please feel free to email me directly at maggie1mcguire@gmail.com. You can also get that contact info by clicking the description link or the title of this video. I would love to hear from you, and I can usually respond within the same day with more information. I do offer quite a wide variety of readings in all areas of life, for yourself or as a gift for someone else. And usually the scheduled time is pretty quick too, usually within a week or two. So if you're interested, send me an email. Okay, Gemini, let's see what the last half of April 2023 looks like for you, our lovely twins. I am using the Tarot of Dreams and clarifying with the Radiant Rider-Waite. Yes, Radiant Rider-Waite. Oh, we begin with the Two of Cups, soulmate, kindred spirits, best friends. Whether it's love, whether it's romantic love or not, this is a union between people who have some kind of close karmic connection. I mean, the Two of Cups doesn't have to apply to personal relationships. I mean, the Two of Cups can come up for work and business too. It represents a union that fits really well. With that, we have the Five of Cups, some sorrow, grief, and loss here, though. Not all is lost. There's still two cups upright and full, but the focus is on what's no longer there. So there's some grief, there's some loss, perhaps apologies here in regards to a relationship. Next, we have the Page of Coins, a message, starting off on a new path, maybe a concrete path. Work or job related. Knight of Swords, the information conversation knight. Knights usually represent offers and opportunities for change and the speed at which situations move. Conversations here. The Hanging Man, learning, self-sacrificing. It's temporary energy. The Hanging Man hangs upside down while he's watching something play out. He's listening, he's watching, he's waiting. He may have to make some sacrifices in doing so in order not to take any direct action right now, but the whole point is that he's learning in doing that. So no decisive actions just yet, waiting for something, maybe feeling a bit like you're in stasis, you're in limbo. The Empress, mother, maternal energy, fertility, a new beginning. The Empress, regardless whether it's actual conception, fertility, pregnancy, starting something new, it's usually the green light for beginning new things. Now is the time to begin new things. It's a card of abundance and beauty and sensuality and femininity, a full and abundant harvest. But it's not here quite yet because the Hanging Man is over that. It's an interesting reading. From the bottom of the deck, as overall focus for the last half of April, we have the Devil. So there's some kind of situation here. Might have something to do with a Capricorn, but the Devil usually represents a situation which, while it may not have started out as being unhealthy, it has grown to be unhealthy because the Devil represents a lot of obsessive, a lot of energy in one area, typically too much. I mean, the Devil doesn't always have to be a challenge or negative, but it usually is because it represents an unhealthy level of energy in an area or obsession about something, which is why it often comes up for addictions, obsessions, mental health issues, negative relationships. But there's an alluring or tempting element to it, right? Because you can see the couple in this cage. I mean, the devil's over them. They're like, it's almost a form of enslavement. However, they could leave. I mean, the door to the cage is open. So there's something that implies, oh, I need this thing because all the reasons and excuses, excuse me, that we give ourselves to justify staying with something that isn't or has become unhealthy for us, excuse me, simply because of maybe the time, level, or effort we've put into it, or we tell ourselves we need it. So let's clarify that overall energy. The Seven of Pentacles. This is a card of taking stock, taking inventory, taking a look at what you have invested in something, and asking yourself, okay, is this good enough? Does the end justify the means? Do I need to make changes? The Ten of Wands. Tens represent cycle endings or a cycle completion or coming full circle. The Ten of Wands is a card that represents, it's grown, something has grown to be such a heavy burden. And you're being called to look at this, to kind of take a look at the effort you've put into whatever this situation is, whether it's a relationship or work, job. I kind of feel like there's some interconnection between those two areas here. And ask yourself, look, over and over and over again, this is where you're at, the Ten of Wands. The Ten of Wands is, you're feeling overwhelmed, exhausted. This is like depleted. You're standing in the bottom of your own well in 2 inches of water. You're just depleted. And Spirit's taking a look and asking you to take a look and go, look, I'm putting all this effort into it. What am I getting in return, really? Is this really healthy for me? Is this really good for me? There's, again, this tempting aspect of it because of the Devil card, but Spirit's really asking you to examine it truthfully. Let's clarify that Two of Cups, Five of Cups. Too many cards fell out. Okay. The Ace of Swords and the Tower. This is a huge epiphany. This is like a sudden awakening, dawning, new perspective, new information coming in, and kind of crumbling something to the ground or shaking something up, bringing something to an end. Clarify Five of Cups in regards to some kind of partnership. The Chariot. Success on a challenging path. Staying focused, determined, ambitious. Clarify the Page of Coins. It's interesting because I feel like you know that this isn't good for you, really. But you keep trying to forget that, or you keep giving yourself some kind of message or messages, Gemini. Yeah, it's not, but I see this change, or but it could be so good. Clarify Page of Coins. Page of Cups, the Devil again, the Six of Cups. Page of Cups, little loving messages or flirtatious messages, a little offer, conversation. The Devil again, the Six of Cups, which is a card of history, things we have a long-term history or connection with. Also sometimes the secondary soulmate card. I mean, this is like the sweetest message, but it is not healthy. about some kind. It feels like, I don't know, this is interesting because there's obviously a relationship here, some kind of relationship. But I also feel like, well, Knight of Swords, clarify Knight of Swords. The Two of Cups and the Nine of Pentacles. The Two of Cups. Again, the Nine of Pentacles is independence, self-sufficiency, self-empowerment. I'm getting a feeling here, and let me just keep clarifying. Clarify the Hanging Man. Ten of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles again. Right. So work, career, dedication, long-term stability and security, the Page of Pentacles. I feel like, and I did in the beginning, I got a flash that there's something to do with, I don't know, your job, your work, what you do for a living, and a relationship. And it feels like the two were intertwined, but there's something unhealthy about all of it. It feels like, I don't know, for some of you, this may be, well, here's a specific message for some of you. It feels like some of you were involved in some kind of job or industry or work or business or something like that. That just it's just gotten to be too much for you, or it's not right for you. There's something not good about it. But it also feels like there's something tempting about it. Maybe, maybe it pays well, or maybe it allows you a certain flexibility or freedom in schedule. Maybe you can travel while you do it because you're able to work remotely, but there's something about it that's not good for you. I'm also seeing here, clarify the Empress, I'm also seeing here that there's a relationship, another person, whether it's romantic or just another really close relationship that wants you to stay in it because it benefits them somehow as well. But the whole situation is unhealthy. I mean, the whole thing is unhealthy because it feels like somebody else is whispering into your ear, yeah, you need to stay with this thing. Don't listen to them. It'll be all right. You'll be fine. Look, yeah, you may not like it, but it gives you all this stuff. And it's like somebody's trying to keep you. It feels like, an addiction, and somebody's trying to keep you addicted, right? Clarify the Empress. It's interesting. The Lovers and Judgment, both major arcana cards, and both cards which imply a very significant choice in front of you that will have significant consequences, likely on the future of a relationship as well. Again, I feel like there's something, job and work, career is tied into the relationship. And if the job, work, career thing is unhealthy, has become unhealthy for you, and there's somebody else who's whispering in your ear, yeah, but stick with it because it benefits me and you're able to do all this stuff. It's like, again, it literally feels like the devil whispering in somebody's ear. Well, not the actual devil, but you understand what I mean, whether it's a partner, a close friend, something like that, which makes them part of the unhealthy, toxic cycle. So none of it is healthy here. Really interesting, and this is the struggle here. But you have a lot of history with this job work industry. You have a lot of history with this person. So it feels like the two are strongly intertwined in some way, which may be why it's difficult to break free from that, because it may be if you break free from one, you also break free from the other. But it feels like you're being called to break from this and go in a completely new direction. So let's just end with some advice, guidance, feedback. This is an interesting reading. Ace of Wands, brand new beginning. Page of Wands, starting off on a brand new path, momentum in your favor, the slate wiped clean. The Fool, the very first major arcana card in the tarot, a whole new life cycle chapter is opening up in your life. This is stepping out of your comfort zone, doing things you haven't done before, starting a whole brand new journey. The Ace of Cups. I mean, all of these cards as advice are about going in a completely, radically new direction, breaking this, disengaging from this, and moving forward in a completely different direction, and trusting to God, Spirit, angels, and guides that is in fact, what's best for you, because at the end of that is temperance. This is where your balance is going to come in. Temperance and the devil are two like opposite cards, right? This is too much. This is obsession. This is like too much energy. It's become unhealthy. And temperance is the opposite. Temperance is neither too much of one nor too much of the other. It's healing. It's spiritual. It's balance. It's staying grounded and in the middle. It's learning how to manage and juggle things without getting pulled this way and pulled that way. And the only way and you don't have that in this current situation, current work, job, industry, or the relationship is tied up in it too. So the whole thing has become toxic. And the only way you're going to find healing, balance, and peace in your life is by cutting off and going in a brand new direction on a brand new journey, a brand new cycle. Gemini. Feels like a good place to leave it. I think I'm just going to stop there. Gemini, those are your messages for the last half of April. I hope that you found them helpful, useful, or gave you something to chew on. Again, if this resonated with you, if you'd like to reach out, maybe take a deeper look at something, reach out for a personal reading or information about that for yourself or as a gift for someone else, or you just resonate with the reading style and you'd like to check out the same, please email me directly at maggie1maguire@gmail.com. I would be delighted to hear from you and to work with you. I will see you all in a couple of weeks for the May general readings. Can you believe how quickly this year is going by? We probably say that every year as we get older, don't we? But I will see you then. In the meantime, stay safe and well, and I hope to see you back here again soon. Bye-bye.